So Chapter 7 Season 3 has just released recently enough for me to make a video about it and not be late for once. So before I yap about the spray meta season, let me just summarize what happened in the live event. So the Foundation lost to the Ice King, and then he won, then got betrayed by the Dark Voyager, and then we destroyed the Dark Voyager spaceship thingy with this rift butterfly that gave us the Ice King blade somehow. And the map went into a fiend, and now we have this really spiky ass map. Actually cool, reminds me of Chapter 3. But now we also got to see Genos as one of the 7 members, and then he shot Jonesy. And we also found out the Dark Voyager is working for Genos, which is pretty cool, I guess. But is that me? So the main feature of the season is sprites that give you different power-ups. Rarities higher than others give better loot and advantages, and to claim one you must extract it. So it's basically like Pokemon but with extra steps, honestly. But this season's premise is actually pretty interesting. These past 2 seasons actually give Fortnite a better reason for you to play the game. But also, let's go back to the live event that I missed. You know who you are for not waking me up. Yeah, I see you through the screen, man. Don't think you're not there. Don't think you're sneaky. But anyways, Epic basically revamped the whole map into a Chapter 3 and Chapter 4 style map, with some Chapter 7 POIs still there, and for some reason, I don't know why, what is it called again? Wonky Land is still there. I don't know why Wonky Land is still there, but let me go on to my point. There's still other realities that were shown in the live event, so maybe a Grimgate Part 2, maybe not. Why do you have such an overpowered loot pool? Like the Chaos Exploder AR just full bashes my eardrums, but they actually have gotten nerfs, I think. 2 nerfs actually. So now the radius has gotten decreased, and the splash damage has gotten decreased by half. It was from 12 at the start of the season to now 6, which is pretty good, but it's still kind of loud. But with this new season of Chapter 7, you can actually see where Epic put their mind and money into this season. But also, I don't know why they put in sprites into the game. Sprites were from all the way from back in Chapter 6, and now putting them into the loophole and revamping them is kind of weird or so. Maybe this was the whole point of sprites before they had to change it in Chapter 6. Maybe we could have got this in Chapter 6, or maybe in Chapter 5 even, if Epic and Tim Sweeney weren't so pushy on their updates. But still, I do have a few criticisms about the season. First, this season feels like it's gonna give us a bunch of content in the first week or so, and then drop off from there. It is summer in America right now, and it's winter in Australia. So for us in Aussie land, it's gonna be a very hard rough season for us to go through. So hopefully, if they stay true to their mindset of giving us more content through that weeks, like Chapter 7 Season 2, maybe we actually get a new season like that has a bunch of updates and a good content too. But also, the guns in the season are getting really overpowered. The Sting SMG and the Chaos Exploder AR, yeah, those 2 are really hard to combat against. And also that new shotgun with the Cerberus and like combat personality traits, it's really bad for either long range or short range. With short range you can barely get any damage, and with long range the damage drop up is still insane. So hopefully they fix that. They already fixed the combat exploder AR from the splash damage and the build damage already, but now I think they have to lower down the sound. And speaking of the sound, they really gotta up their sound engine. With the music and sound effects, it's really hard to know what's happening into the gameplay. That's why I keep on dying in these clips. But anyways, this season's actually really good, and I'm gonna just give you guys a secret. If I get up to 100 subs, I'll actually be live streaming, so do what with that information you will. So let's just talk about how Fortnite put the Bird Peanut into the game. I don't know really that much about the Bird Peanut. I know he's a popular streamer, I think, but I don't really watch him that much, and it's kind of unreasonable to put him as a sprite in the game. We didn't get like shoes, car cosmetics, we didn't get anything like that, like the Sonic or other collabs, but we got him as a sprite, which is kind of weird. And then I'll also talk about the spray meta into the season. The Stick SMG and the other SMG, I forgot what it's called. those things actually really good for like spraying boxes for wood and metal boxes. And the shotgun meta is not that bad. I just said the new shotgun, which is put into the loot pool, is kind of ass. The long green shotgun, whatever it's called, that's pretty bad. But the striker pump and loader shotgun, they're pretty good. They're really good for doing one pumps and stuff. And yeah, the loot pool is not even that bad. There's really cool vault keys that are in the map, and Ice King vault keys, key cards, same thing. I forgot what they're called. And the new spread mechanic is really cool. But you have to export them, whatever it's called. Extract them. That's what it's called. Yeah, but it's kind of weird. You have to do that. You can't like cache them randomly or like normally, and just have them in your collection, which is pretty good game mechanic. You can't just like find a really rare one off of a player. You have to at least go and extract them, which does take another extra work for you to do. So there's more of a luck input and more of a skill input too. First, with the luck input, you get a spray, and then also you have to do a skill input. If you get rushed by another teammate, if you get rushed by another team when you're trying to export a sprite, yeah, you're probably gonna die with that, or probably not gonna die with that. Depends on your skill. But yeah, it's pretty good game mechanic. My most issue with it is just because some of the sprites are really hard to get. One of them is like less than 1% to get. So maybe we have like account selling now, or like sprite selling, a sprite black market, you could say. I think actually people are buying sprites from other people that have it. With the 0 point sprite, people are buying people's 0 point sprite up. So yeah, Epic has to either find out a new solution or maybe fix the rarities with the sprites. But on power hours, we get better sprites, and golden sprites having a better chance of appearing. So it's not that bad. So yeah, the whole season as a whole, they actually cooked with this. Every single season from chapter 6 to 7, even 5 and 4, I've been saying that's ass and shitting on it. But yeah, this season actually feels like they're having more passion with the game, and Ted Timmons is fully like incorporating his mindset into the game, actually working on it. And my biggest fear with the season is that Tim Sweeney won't actually like, interfere. Tim Sweeney all the time, like when he interferes with like Fortnite, like it just goes to shit. So hopefully Tim Sweeney doesn't really incorporate his vision to Fortnite that much now. So yeah, see you guys till then.